Hey folks, Country Prepper here. So the guys over at the Bug Out Bag Camp group that I made on Facebook were asking me for like a must-haves list, so that since most of them are not from around here, they would kind of have a good idea of things that they needed to have. So last night I was watching a lot of bug out bag videos just to get some different ideas, some different perspectives, and maybe I can learn something, pick up a new idea, that kind of thing. Now, I'm not making this video to tell anybody they're wrong or to criticize anybody, nothing like that. I just kind of want to give you guys my philosophy on building a bug out bag and also the different types of bags, because I notice a lot of people will say, this is my bug out, get home, go bag, inch bag, all wrapped up into one, and I have a little bit different perspective on that. So first off, I'm going to go through all the different names of these kits that we put together and what I think their purpose is. First off is a go bag, and what I think a go bag should be is something you keep by your bed in the case of, for example, the house catches on fire, so you have some extra clothes in there, maybe some everyday carry items. So that way when you go running out of the house, the whole neighborhood doesn't see the skid marks staying in your tidy whities from the last time you gambled with a fart and lost. Yes, I'm just being a smartass, but that's just what my concept of what a go bag should be. So next up is the inch bag, and if you don't know what that stands for, it's I'm never coming home. This type of a kit setup is going to be tool heavy because you're not planning on coming home. You're basically going to be a refugee of sorts. So something that you can go out into the wilderness and actually survive for an extended period of time. Examples of some of the tools that you might carry in an inch bag and some of the other things is, saws and axes and traps, snares, things along those lines. That way you can procure food and also cook kits and stuff like that so that you can cook that food over a fire, things along that line. And now for a get home bag. I guess you could use a bug out bag as a get home bag, but personally I like to keep a get home bag very light so you can travel fast and get home just as fast as possible. You're mainly just going to carry the basics, just things that you absolutely need, very minimal. You're going to want food that you can eat on the go, and you're going to want multi-purpose like poncho, maybe a military style poncho that you could also use as a tarp, or maybe like the Breathable Outdoor Basics poncho from To-Go System. So that's what I'm going to keep in my get-home bag. And it can be used for multiple things. And he does have a new version coming out that's going to be reflective on the inside. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. And now, of course, the actual bug-out bag. This is usually set up for 72 hours, something like that. Something that is going to get you from point A to point B. This is not something that you're going to go live in the woods with. It's just to get you away from danger to a safe location. Now, once again, with a bug out bag, you're fleeing from danger, so you're going to be trying to stay on the move and get to a safe location as fast as possible. You're not going to stop to cook. You're not going to stop to fish. You're not going to stop to cut down a bunch of timber and build this big, super fancy shelter. Just simple stuff, tarps, a way to make fire, food that you can eat on the go, things along those lines, because like I can't stress enough that you're going to be on the move. This is not a camping trip. There are an absolute ton of bug out bag videos out there, and I made a lot of mistakes with my first bug out bag. I'm not infallible here. So I'm just kind of trying to get people to think a little bit more, maybe put more thought into what your bug out bag is going to be for. Now, if you want to build an inch bag, go ahead and build an inch bag. And these are just my personal opinions, guys. I'm going to be doing an update video on my bug out bag. This is the main reason that I'm doing this whole bug out bag camp gathering, is so that people can go out and do what I've done several times before, is actually take your bug out bag out there, find out what you really absolutely have to have, and maybe you'll learn something that you need to add to it. I know people are going to learn a lot of things that they can take out of it, because that's the experience that I've had. I'll be honest with you guys, my first bug out bag video, and I'll leave a link up here to it, that was not my first bug out bag, but I had not gone out and tested it enough times to realize that I was carrying a lot of unnecessary weight. I had a lot of stuff in there that I would never use, and it's a great learning experience. You guys are welcome to join that Facebook group if there's any chance that you're going to make it at all. We can get some good discussions going and learn a little something from each other, and that's what this is all about, right? So that's it for today, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, share this with your friends, and share it on social media, all that good stuff. And I thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.